Hey everybody, it's Victoria with Super Geeked, where we celebrate all the things we get super geeked about. Today is the start of our listing challenge. Today is Monday, March 22nd, 2021, and it's the start of the Epic Listing Challenge. Turn that stash into cash. I have such a large death pile, or money pile, however you look at it, of unlisted inventory that I need to get online so that I can resell. A lot of resellers get themselves in this position because the best part about our job is shopping, but we all know if it's not listed, it's not selling, and therefore we're not making any money. So I needed some motivation. I reached out to my good friend Alicia over at Murray Life, and she was feeling the same way. So we decided to put together this epic listing challenge, and we asked 13 of our fellow resellers, so there's 15 of us total that are going to do this challenge. We're going to set our own goals. So my goal for this week is to list 100 items. The other resellers are going to set their own goals. Some of them are full-time resellers, so they may set loftier goals. And then we have a lot of part-time resellers who also have a full-time job. And so we thought it was important that everybody set their own goals, but we use this as an avenue to motivate each other. And we hope that you'll join along with us, watch all the videos that will be linked down below, and get some motivation to get listing for yourself. If you do follow along and list some of your death pile, we welcome you to use the hashtag stashtocash. And that's how you'll be able to find everybody else's video if you don't click on the links below. So let's get started. All right, so here is my breakfast. I have a big bowl of oatmeal with berries, some toast with almond butter, my favorite, and yes, that is a kid's plate. And then I am drinking out of this awesome mug that I thrifted in New Orleans. Think positive, because that's the theme of this week, trying to get 100 items listed from my death pile. And first thing this morning, I'm going to do some shipping. So I've got Poshmark up, and I'm about to start getting that all done while I eat my breakfast and probably watch some YouTube. And right next to me is the death pile. So I will show that to you guys in just a little bit. All right, y'all, here it is. This is my death pile. I've got this big rack here, and then on the floor are baskets and boxes full of shoes and clothes and accessories. So I for sure have my work cut out for me. I started counting last night. There was 175. At least I got up to 175 and then I quit. So let's see what I can get done this week. Basically, we're all going to be filming our process and whatever that looks like for everybody else. For me, I wanted to try to front load and get 50 items processed and photographed today, Monday. So then I would only have 50 more to list for the rest of the week. And if anything came up, I would be okay. So first of all, this is 25 of the 50 items that I will be listing today. And as you can see, they still have the thrift store barbs on them or tags. I haven't even removed those yet. And the way that I process inventory is when it comes into my house, it goes onto my spreadsheets. I save all of my receipts. I calculate my average cost of goods per purchase so I can get an idea if I'm making a profit or losing money. And once that happens, then the items are going to be set up to be processed. So what I will do is when we get done talking, I'm going to go and clip all of the tags from the items that still have tags on them. Then I'm going to steam them. I like to steam because steaming is actually more hypoallergenic, and kills more germs than the average washing in your washing machine. After that, I do take measurements. So if you saw the last listing challenge that Alicia and I did, you may have already seen what I like to do, but I do want to share it with the people who haven't seen how I list. So I do choose to include measurements in my listings, and I have this notebook, and I keep in my notebook, let's see, like these are previous listings where you can see I put the name of the item and the measurements. So I do measure all my garments, and what I'll do is I already have the date for today. I'll go through, and my first item is this awesome sweater from Show Me Your Moo Moo. Really pretty, and so I will put in here, I'll put number 1, and I might just put Moo Moo sweater. And the measurements that I know that I'm going to take for the sweater are bust, hips, which is going to be the hem of the sweater, sleeves, and length. Next I would have, these are a pair of Free People jeans. So I'm going to put Free People jeans. And for jeans, the measurements I take are waist, hips, rise, inseam, and length. And I find this helpful because we don't know, because we're resellers, if an item has been washed and washed incorrectly and shrunk, or if the sizing is different from brand to brand. It's not, I'm not going to be able to know every single brand that's out there and their sizing. I do try to educate myself and know some brands, but I can't know everything. And so having the measurements for me feels like a safer bet, because someone can look at the measurements and decide, is this going to fit me before they purchase it? And then I reduce the risk of returns. Okay, next up we have dresses. This is a Lily Pulitzer dress you may have seen in a recent haul. So I'm going to put Lily dress. And for dresses, I do bust, waist, hips, and length, because this dress has no sleeves. It'll be the same for this. And then skirts. Skirts, I'll measure the waist, the hips, and the length. And let's see what else. Oh, vest. Vest would be bust, hem, and length. Coats will be, because this is a longer length coat, I would do bust, waist, hips, sleeves, and length. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If it is like a jumpsuit or romper, I also include inseam and rise in those, since they will be like shorts or pants, so they'll need those measurements also. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and film me doing this stuff. First I'll remove the tags, then I'll steam, and then I will measure, and you'll be able to see me doing that. So let's get to it. Okay, while I'm waiting for my steamer to heat up, I am going to go ahead and write down some of the items, and then I'll steam and go back and forth. Okay, y'all, I'm done writing everything in my notebook, so I'll just need to measure now and finish steaming. I love steaming silk because you can see like this has so many wrinkles in it, and just going over it, I mean, they come right out. Also, I did want to say I do launder items. I launder everything that comes from the bins 100% of the time. I launder most things that I get from thrift stores, unless they're delicates, like the silk dresses that obviously have to be dry cleaned. I'm not going to pay to get them dry cleaned, but I do put extra effort in steaming those inside and out. But definitely my favorite way to prep my items is to steam, because it really is better for the garment, and it makes it look better, and you're killing all those germs that just washing doesn't always do. All right, so now I'm getting to measuring. Another reason that I wanted to tell you guys that I like to measure my garments, again, not all resellers put measurements in their listing, and that's totally up to you. But with my business model, all my items are selling, hopefully, $40 and over. That's the goal. Since most of my items do sell at that higher price point, I do put a little extra effort into things like measurements. If I was selling bread and butter and mall brands, things like that, then I might not be so willing to put measurements into the listings, because you have to list so many more of those to be able to yield the same return that I get on the items that I sell for higher prices. So for me, it just makes sense to go ahead and put the extra effort in. But like I said, if I was selling items for, $20, $25 a piece, I might consider not putting measurements in the listing. That's just why I choose to do it. I'm recording, boo. I'm recording, boo. I'm recording, boo. Let me get my video. Want to say hi? All right, I'm back for the tag. What? Like the Dawkins album. These people don't know who Dawkins is? I got 12-year-olds that watch me. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm done measuring all the garments, and now I can't show you how I take photos because I take them with my phone. So I'm just going to show you where I take the photos, and that is, I move my rack, bam, and then I hang the item up in the kitchen and I photograph it. I take photos of the front, the back, I take photos of the care tag and the size, brand tags, and any other details that I may want in the photos. I do use stock photos. I wish I could model my photos, but I am a plus size gal and I could not model all of the teeny tiny clothes I buy. I do with my vintage stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to find stock photos for the vintage thing. So for my vintage items, my friend Krista actually models for me. So I usually pay her in clothes. I would pay her in money, but she ends up taking home so many clothes that I have never had to pay her money. She has been one of my best customers since I started reselling clothing. So yeah, shout out to my girl Krista. But anyway, the majority of my regular clothing shots happen in the kitchen, and eventually I may get a photo booth, but they take up so much room, and I don't live in a huge house. We have a 1950s ranch house, and we have a very large office, but my husband's music equipment's also in there. So there's just, I don't know if I'm ready to take that plunge. And my art supplies are in there. So I have a huge easel and all my canvases, and so it's a music space and art space in my office. And so I just don't know that I'm ready to take the plunge and move some other stuff to storage in order to put in a light box. Really? Do you want to say hi to everybody? Just say hi! He doesn't want to be on camera. Anyway, so I'm going to get to photographing, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. So I just wanted to show y'all, I do hang my clothes to photograph them, and I added some extra hangers in the top and in the hips of this jumpsuit just to give it a little bit more shape, so it wasn't just hanging there dead on the hanger. And so that's an option if you want to give your items a little more shape when you're photographing hanging up. Otherwise, this is what it looks like without the hangers. So it's just super flat. So yeah, I like to add hangers in sometimes to give my garments a little shape. Here's another setup with the hangers. This is a two-piece set with a skirt and a top. The top has these really cool where you loop this through so that it makes the front part flat on it. And then it has these really neat sleeves. But what I did was I hooked a hanger up here, another hanger, and then the skirt hanger, so the buyer can get an idea of how it is a two-piece set where you can show your midsection depending on how you wear the skirt. So that's just another trick with hangers. Hey y'all, just checking in. It's Thursday, and I'm just gonna tell you guys I am behind the 8 ball. So Tuesday was my birthday, and you know, I did some work on Tuesday, but I also had some plans with the family, and then I got my coronavirus shot. Well, it didn't hurt at all. This is my second shot, but the next day I woke up and I felt great compared to shot number 1. Took the kids to school and got home and I felt terrible. So I actually went to sleep yesterday. You can see the remnants of pink eye. I had pink eye yesterday. And I slept until 1:30, so I didn't get very much done. I did list a little bit in the afternoon when I felt a little better, but then my fever came back. So this is me, no makeup, hair not done, just letting you know I still have a lot to do. So I'm hoping I can get to 75 listings. I'm doubting I'm going to get to 100 now after being sick all day Wednesday. So fingers crossed I can make it to 75, but this is the reality of working from home. Sometimes things happen and we don't get everything accomplished we want to. And this is more about the journey and getting as much as I can listed of my death pile. So anyway, just wanted to check in and let you guys know how it's going. So it's Friday, and today we're going to do shoes. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use to clean shoes. I don't like to do a lot of cleaning, but I will definitely wipe down every shoe I have, remove stickers, and occasionally I'll buy shoes that need a little more work, but they're usually designer brands. I also have these for photographing. They fit inside the shoe. Or these, you can get these on Amazon. I'll link them below. But these are some of the tools I use. I swear by acetone, and again, this is from Amazon. This is just pure acetone. You can use it to take your fingernail polish off too. And I also use Goo Gone if there's anything super sticky. These are just some leather wipes for leather that doesn't need to be conditioned. For conditioning, I'm sure most of you use Dr. Martin's Wonder Balsam. It is simply the best. Miracle. And I use that. This is a scuff cover for brown leather. I love it. These actually color the leather, so they're brown and black. I usually do that to just maybe touch up if like I have some black leather that's kind of worn. Wet wipes are great for those markers. I'm just working on my marble coffee table. Oh, and I have some brand new white rags because you don't want something that has color that might bleed onto the shoes. And then this is just an old rag that I'll use if I need to dry or anything. And then here is my first box of shoes that I'm going to do. And I also wanted to show y'all, I had a little bit of a Stitch Fix credit. And so I bought these UGG slippers. They are this really pretty lavender color. My husband hates them. He said it looks like Barney got a tight fade or something. He's like, if you go and wear those in public, I'm never going anywhere with you. But I thought they were cool. They were $100, something I would not buy for myself. And I had the credit at Stitch Fix, so I went ahead and bought these. So we'll start with these. I'm going to just stick my camera on a tripod real quick, and you'll get to watch me clean these shoes. y'all. Well, it is the end of the Epic Listing Challenge, Turn That Stash into Cash. So how did I do? First of all, thank you so much if you have stuck around to the end of this video and watched how I prep my items for listing. My goal for this week was 100 items Monday through Friday, but unfortunately I did not make 100. I had my birthday and I got my second coronavirus shot, so that put me out of commission for most of Wednesday and a little bit of Tuesday. So I am very happy with my progress this week though. I did get 75 items of my death pile listed, so that is very exciting. I am so thankful for all of the resellers who participated in this reseller challenge with me and Alicia. You can find everybody linked down below. They are some of my favorite resellers, so I hope that you'll check out their videos too to see how they did last week. Overall, I really enjoy these listing challenges. They really push me to get a lot of work done. I saw a lot of progress in the first listing challenge that Alicia and I did, and I am so glad that we decided to do this bigger epic listing challenge with 13 of our fellow resellers. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that you got a lot out of this video. If you have any questions about my process, be sure to leave them below. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, if that red button down there is still red, you aren't subscribed. So be sure to get on that and subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up on your way out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.